You hear what the authorities are saying, and they make it sound like, well, we've always sort of suspected that this was a homicide. So how definitive was the declaration back in 2015 that this was a hit and run?
Well, thanks for having me, Dan. The declaration in 2015 was crystal clear that the cause of death was determined to be a hit and run pedestrian versus motor vehicle. And as far as the Smith family knew, that was the end of the story. And apparently something happened during the Murdaugh murder investigations in 2021. We don't know what that evidence was. We don't know what thread they came upon, but something in the course of that investigation caused them in 2021 to take a fresh look at the Stephen Smith situation. Although it's best the Smith family knew from 2015, that investigation had been closed and concluded.
So the authorities, though, are not telling you or the Smith family that anyone in the Murdaugh family are considered possible suspects, correct?
No, we're not aware of any Murdaugh being a person of interest in the Stephen Smith investigation. That is correct. We are told, however, that it is being actively investigated now as a homicide, not as a hit and run.
And this is again a little bit more from Corporal Mike Duncan, the former supervisor of the multidisciplinary accident investigation team when he was on Ashley Banfield's show. Let's listen.
We received the call. I was the one on call. As I got ready and literally walking out the door, got that second call and was surprised to have that second call and never have the opportunity to actually visit the scene. Extremely disappointed. As many accident investigations that I've done along with the team, we've done several pedestrian where they're hit by cars, and I've never seen wounds like this that come from a car, and it was evident, and with other evidence that was there and that we saw, looked at with the body, and all in totality, it did not make sense why they were calling this a traffic accident.
Well, you add to that the fact that there was a rape kit, which just doesn't make any sense here, right?
Yeah, none of the forensic evidence from the time makes sense. And you can hear the frustration in that trooper. And when you read the investigative file from 2015, it's pretty clear that the troopers who were investigating at the time did not believe that it was a hit and run. The vehicle broke down 3 miles down a country road from where the body was found. There's no skid marks. There's no vehicular damage of any kind whatsoever. You could see the square where his body came to rest. He's literally in the middle of the roadway. There are no injuries from his torso down, and he still has his laced up shoes on his feet. So none of that says that he was struck by a car, and yet we were left to accept that that was the outcome of the investigation.
Do you feel at this point that you and the family are now aligned with law enforcement on this?
Yeah, we absolutely do feel that we are aligned with law enforcement. And Dan, it was an important phone call we got. We just didn't get a call from a SLED agent. We got a call from Chief Keel, and that's a pretty powerful statement that the state's top cop would call to say, look, we don't think this is a hit and run. We're investigating it actively as a homicide, and we assure you that we are applying the resources necessary to get to the bottom of this case.
I want to play a piece of sound. This is from Jim Griffin, attorney for Alex Murdaugh, when he was on Chris Cuomo's show, talking about the possibility that they were at the scene of Stephen Smith's homicide. Let's listen.
I mean, sure, there was information that Randy Murdaugh, maybe Alec Murdaugh, showed up on an accident scene, but these are personal injury lawyers, and that is not an uncommon situation for personal injury lawyers in Hampton County to show up at an accident.
Is that common? I mean, I know that personal injury lawyers, will try to get business, et cetera, but showing up immediately after an accident, literally at the scene where the body is?
I can only tell you, I've been a lawyer for 30 years. I've never arrived at an accident scene, especially a death accident scene. There are rules about soliciting for cases. It is certainly acceptable if you're invited out, but at the invitation of a client, I don't know who that was that would have extended that invitation. So I don't know how or why anyone from the Murdaugh family ended up at the scene that day.
Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find News Nation on your cable provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of News Nation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.